Hello, I have a TV in the shop tonight. It's exactly like the one I had last night. It is a Funai 40-inch LCD TV with the exact same symptoms as the one I had last night. No power and a blown fuse. Now, the one last night blew its fuse because one of these MOSFETs failed short-circuited. They are Q1602 and Q1601. In addition to that, one of the flyback diodes on the transformers died. You'll also want to check these flyback diodes. They are D1606 and D1604. You can check this section for a short easily by just looking for a short across that filter cap. How this supply works is a little unusual. Everything is fed 345 volts from this section here. This section right here is an active power factor correction circuit. You can think of it as a pre-regulator. AC comes in here through this fuse. You got an MOV there, some basic filtering there, and there. There's your main power on relay. This rectifier, those diodes form a full wave rectifier that feeds this capacitor here for the standby circuit. And these diodes form the rectifier for the PFC circuit. And then you just have 345 volts DC out to various sections of the power supply. This is the backlight supply. This is the main TV supply. This section here is a standby supply. And on this TV, that's where the problem was. This little diode right down there, D1208, was short-circuited, and that allowed enough fault current to flow to blow the mains fuse. Luckily for me, the MIP2F3 integrated SMPS IC is okay. They're a bit hard to get in the United States due to an agreement between Panasonic and Power Integrations. These are only sold to Japanese companies, which I'm assuming Funai is one of. So you can't easily get them. You can get them, they're just technically not supposed to ship them here. I found a source that had 3 of them. So I guess they're allowing small quantities in, or somebody's getting small quantities in for the purposes of repair. But in this case it's good. That little thing contains the switching controller for the standby circuit, and it also contains the main switching transistor for the standby controller. So without that, you get no standby power, and the whole TV set is dead. This Funai set uses a Samsung panel. It's an LTA 400HM01. Nothing too fancy going on with the digital circuit. I haven't really taken that apart. There's no need to. This TV has been repaired. Why invite trouble? You got signals from the analog and tuner board. You got your usual complement of analog inputs and outputs underneath here, because you've got these big inductors and large capacitors and a lot more inductors than you would normally find in a Class B amplifier. It's pretty safe to say that there's a Class D amplifier hiding underneath the board. Usual CAN tuner, it's digital. Again, your HDMI inputs, and there's one on the side there. LVDS out to the timing control board, and a VSync signal to the inverter boards over there. You got some pretty decent sized transformers here, because it is a 40-inch TV. It needs a good bit of backlighting. Some cheesy Chinese speakers, Jingli brand. This TV is sold under a variety of different names. This one is a Magnavox. The one I had last night with the blown MOSFETs and the PFC circuit was an Emerson. So if you have a Funai made set with that power board and the mains fuse is blown, you need to check this area in here, especially D1208. You should just check these these rectifiers, just as a matter of course on anything, it blows the fuse. But you also want to check these two transistors and those two diodes in the center of your screen. Those will you'll likely have a failure in one of or more of those areas. Overall, it's not a hard set to fix. It can generally be fixed for a good price. It's profitable, it's easy, and both you and the customer will be happy with the results afterwards. So just because it's a cheap TV does not mean it's not repairable economically and quickly. So think twice before you throw it out. You might actually have a set that's pretty decent and easy to repair.